You've been playing small, shrinking yourself, blaming circumstances, waiting for life to get easier before you step into who you're meant to be. But deep down, you know the truth. The victim role isn't protecting you. It's imprisoning you. And God didn't create you for a prison. He created you for purpose, power, and unshakable confidence. What if the very mindset you've been using to survive is the exact thing keeping you from thriving? If you're ready to stop living beneath your potential and start walking in the fullness God designed for you, these 5 truths will shake you awake. This isn't about positive thinking. This is about divine calling. Number 1, playing victim keeps you powerless. God calls you to be powerful. When you see yourself as a victim, you hand over your power to everyone and everything around you. Your past controls you. Other people's opinions define you. Circumstances dictate your worth. But here's what psychology reveals. Victim mentality creates learned helplessness, the belief that you can't change anything, so why try? Philippians 4:13 says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." God didn't place His Spirit inside you so you could sit on the sidelines of your own life. Every time you say, "I can't because they," or "I would," but you're rejecting the power He already gave you. Your circumstances don't define your capacity. God does. And He's calling you to stand in the authority He placed within you. Not someday, but right now. Number 2, victim mentality keeps you focused on problems. God created you for solutions. Victims replay what went wrong. They rehearse their pain. They build entire identities around their wounds. But research in cognitive psychology shows that problem-focused thinking keeps you stuck in cycles of helplessness and depression. Proverbs 31:25 describes the woman of strength. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. Notice, she's not defined by what happened to her. She's defined by who she's becoming. God gave you a mind capable of creativity, strategy, and breakthrough. But when you're trapped in victim thinking, you can't access it. You're too busy looking backward to see forward. The moment you shift from, "Why is this happening to me?" to, "What am I going to do about this?" everything changes. That's not denial. That's dominion. That's you operating as the daughter of God you were created to be. Number 3, playing small keeps you isolated. God designed you for impact. When you live as a victim, you believe you have nothing to offer. You hide, you shrink. You convince yourself that your story, your gifts, your voice don't matter. But isolation isn't humility. It's fear disguised as protection. Studies show that people stuck in victim mentality often withdraw from community and opportunity, missing their purpose entirely. Matthew 5:15-16 says, "Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. Let your light shine before others." God didn't give you experiences, resilience, and strength so you could hide them. He gave them to you so you could light the way for other women walking through darkness. Your story isn't your shame, it's your ministry. But you'll never step into that calling while you're playing the victim. The world doesn't need another woman making herself smaller. It needs you standing tall, taking space, and showing others what's possible when you refuse to stay broken. Number 4, victim thinking makes you reactive. God calls you to be intentional. Victims wait for life to happen. They respond to circumstances rather than creating them. They're tossed by every wave of emotion, opinion, and setback. This is called external locus of control, believing your life is controlled by outside forces. But God created you for agency. Proverbs 16:9 says, "In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Notice the partnership. You plan, He establishes. Not you wait and hope. When you live from a victim place, you're constantly in defense mode, reacting, explaining, justifying. But confident women anchored in God's strength, they're proactive. They set boundaries without guilt. They make decisions without endless approval seeking. They take ownership of their choices and their future. That's not control. That's stewardship. God entrusted you with one life, and He's watching to see what you'll build with it. Stop letting circumstances write your story. Pick up the pen yourself. Number 5, staying stuck keeps you comfortable. God is calling you to courage. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Victim mentality feels safe. It protects you from risk, from failure, from being seen. If you never try, you never fail. If you stay small, you can't be criticized. But that safety is a cage. Research shows that comfort zones shrink over time. The longer you stay stuck, the smaller your world becomes. Joshua 1:9 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." God isn't asking you to have it all figured out. He's asking you to move even when you're scared, to speak even when your voice shakes, to try even when you might fail. Because confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's obedience in the presence of it. Every woman you admire, every leader you respect, every person living fully alive, they all had to leave the victim story behind. They had to choose courage over comfort. And so do you. Your whole potential is on the other side of that choice. Maybe you've spent years telling yourself you're not ready, not strong enough, not healed enough, not enough, period. But what if the enemy's greatest weapon isn't your past? It's convincing you that your past disqualifies you from your future. What if every single thing that tried to break you was actually God breaking you open to reveal the warrior, the leader, the world changer He created you to be? You are not a victim. You are a daughter of the King. You are not powerless. You carry the same spirit that raised Christ from the dead. You are not small. You are fearfully and wonderfully made with purpose, gifts, and a calling that only you can fulfill. So today, you have a choice. You can keep rehearsing what happened to you, or you can start declaring what's happening through you. You can stay comfortable in the victim story, or you can step into the courageous truth of who God says you are. You can wait for perfect conditions, or you can move forward with imperfect faith. Stand tall. Speak up. Take ownership. Walk in confidence. Not because you have it all together, but because you serve a God who does. And when you finally step into your whole potential, not someday, but today, you won't just change your life. You'll change every life you were created to touch. That's not pride. That's purpose. That's you living as God intended, fully alive, fully confident, fully you. If this awakened something in your spirit, drop "I am empowered" in the comments. And share this with a woman who needs to remember she was created for more than survival. She was created to thrive. And it starts today.